Yesterday, the United Opposition met with Iebc commissioners, as you can see in these images. Now, as far as their discussion is concerned, we're not too sure about the parameters that they extended their tentacles. Because as at now, all we have is this tweet from Rigathi, and I quote, "Our progressive democracy must not be taken by this regime as having taken a retreat or a backseat. Capturing independent institutions and using them as a means to biased ends and stolen future of our country shall be resisted. It is for this reason that today in the afternoon with my colleagues in the United Opposition, we held a consultative engagement with the IEBC on grave concerns we and the people of Kenya have regarding the just concluded by-elections and the 10th August 2027 general election. It cannot be, as witnessed in the by-election, state-sponsored goons and militia take over polling stations, government officers assume roles of electoral injustices, procurement of election materials and equipment rhyme worst election experiences across the world, and an insecure election is what can be seen a step ahead." So basically Rigathi is letting us know that they discussed the challenges of goons attacking polling stations and so on, but he doesn't really get into detail to give us the whole picture. And guess who got annoyed by that? None other than Ole Kanchori, the chief Azimio agent in the 2022 general election. Just check out what Ole Kanchori had to say in response to Gachagua, and I quote, "I'm sorry, Bwana Gachagua, but you've said absolutely nothing in your long tweet. What exactly are you demanding from IEBC? Let me help you since you don't seem to know what you want. If you go to the next election with the current Secretariat and Technology, in brackets mathematics, William Ruto will win by any margin he wants. Don't purport to speak for us when you are so vague and clueless. You people are jokers." Now, what exactly is Ole Kanchori angry about? And what more could be recommended to IEBC to ensure we have a free and fair election? That's what I want us to look into in this video, and so with no further ado, let's get after it. Number one, just as Ole Kanchori has said, though in a very harsh tone, Smartmatic must go, and there's valid reasons why they must go. In the 2022 Philippines general election, there were several reports of data breach in the vote counting equipment software tied to Smartmatic. In our own last election in Kenya, we also saw some complaints about Jose Camargo, not to mention the servers were not in our country. Raila aliishi kusema fungueni server for auditing, but it could not happen. So we can't keep giving the same tender to a company that even the late Raila could not trust. Just listen into this.
Wangapi wanaunga mkono nione hapo? Tumewambia ya kwamba ikiwa kama nyinyi mmeshinda, shida gani kufungua server? Wale mamluki ambaye waliingia kwa sava kuongoza mtu anaitwa Jose Camargo. Juzi walikuja hapa, bado wako hapa. Walikuwa naishi katika hoteli moja kule Kileleshwa. Wakatoka pale wasiposikia kama tunajua, wakapeleka kule Karen, hoteli nyingine huko Karen. Baadaye sasa juzi wametolewa, wameenda huko, sasa wako Masai Mara, kule Masai Mara Lodge. Ni watu wanne. Wanafikiria tujui, tunawajua. Kile mahali wanaenda tunawamulika. Wanaingia kule, watajaribu kubadilisha mambo ndani ya hiyo server. Lakini tayari tuko na record ya server. Niwaambie kama unafanya kazi bure. Kazi bure kabisa. Bwana Ruto, yao mamuluki yako toa warudisha wewe kule.
If we give the same company your kandarasi, it is a mockery to the people of Kenya. The last candidate wa upinzani Raila Odinga, he had a complaint about them. Then in comes Kalonzo, Matiang'i, Gachagua, or whoever, and they also live with a complaint about them. I mean, when do we get to change this group of people? Unless there is somebody who has been benefiting for the last 15 years from that company. Pengine hawa ndo walimvukisha daraja 2013, 2017, wakamwokolea 2022 na anataka tu kuendelea kuokolewa throughout. That fellow needs to be stopped. For once, let him do his own homework, awache kuchungulia ya wengine, tuone kama atapata kitu ya maana. Number two, like we said last week, we want all votes to be broadcasted on a live portal similar to 2022. Now, why is this important? It's important because it allows international observers to conduct a tally, their own personal tally, mind you. It also allows citizens to verify results down to their very polling station and even the classroom that they voted in. Kukiwa na mischief, you will get to know. Number 3, it allows for parallel tallying centers to collect 2 sets of data in real time, one from their agents on the ground, the other from the Iebc live portal. And in case of any fraud or any manipulation, it can be detected in real time. Because you just check the portal, unajua wanagawanywa kwa hiyo room. This one is in charge of this county, this one is in charge of this constituency, this one is in charge of this set of wards, and so on and so forth. So you are following your ward, na unaona hii classroom kulingana na ile imekuja from your agent kwa ground, mulipata 318 votes. But ile inaonekana hapa kwa IEBC inaonyesha mumepata 18 votes. Where have the 300 gone? You quickly raise alarm. You quickly know where kuna mchezo inachezwa. But without the live broadcast like we saw in 2022 for the first time, it will be damn near impossible to even pinpoint uliibiwa wapi. You know, it's kind of like construction for those of you who've been involved in it. Anytime you set out to build a house, you must have a store manager. Kazi ya store manager is receiving goods. Kama umeleta simiti 20 inakaa pale, sururu, mukwa, nini, talimbo, everything inakaa kwa store. Fundi akitaka simiti 2 inaandikwa hapo Chege nani amechukua simiti 2. Mtu akitaka kijiko anapewa wheelbarrow, there is a record. If it gets lost, we know which fundi took this thing. But if you have a construction site without a store and a store manager, things just sit anywhere. Anyone can steal anything. Fundi anachukua sururu anatupa over the fence. Wakati ya kwenda nyumbani anazunguka anachukua akienda nayo. You are not aware. Mwingine aliiba sijui nini ametoroka nayo. That is how the election will be if we don't have a store manager, and that store manager is that live portal in conjunction with the agents on the ground. Ndo kitu ikiibwa tunafuata, tunajua imeibwa hapa na ni nani alikuwa pale, ni huyu presiding officer. Easy to deal with that fellow. Number 3, we need laws that prevent the Communications Authority of Kenya from doing us like the Ugandan government did to their own people. Ati unaamka asubuhi watu wamesever the flow of communication. You cannot access X, you cannot access Facebook, you cannot access Instagram, Telegram imeenda, WhatsApp haifanyi, Gmail is dead. You can only know what you know. And even the media houses which don't broadcast what the government wants, they are pulled off the air. So we need assurities from Kasongo on video and audio combined that they will not tamper with the internet, they will not tamper with the flow of information, they will not threaten media houses for reporting the truth, and it has to be on record. Ili mambo ya Hague ikitokea tuko na enough evidence kusema yule alisema hivi na amefanya opposite, yule alikiuka katiba akafanya opposite. We need those assurities. That is what we need to be discussed in that room. So long story short, those are the 3 things we need discussed, and I hope they were discussed. I guess they don't want to tell us ni nini waliongea, but ni mzuri watuambie pia, so that pia sisi tukue macho. Nyinyi viongozi peke yenu mtachunga kura gani? You are just a few people. Amwezi jaza hata Serena Hotel. Let the Kenyans know what you have discussed, and then mukuje tuongee yetu. Ukipiga kura uendi nyumbani. Ukipiga kura kaa pale uchunge. Ukiona mtu suspicious, kagua mifuko yake. Mukipata amekaa mbaya, nyorosha yeye. These are the things that they need to come and tell Kenyans. But anywho, that's just my opinion, guys. Do drop me your comments in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to read them and to give you a response. And with that, here are today's ads of the day. If you're in need of office petitioning or home interior works, i.e. kitchen cabinets, modern media walls, wall decoration, wainscoting, wardrobes, tiles, bathrooms, window blinds, gypsum, and so on, reach out to Suima's Interiors at 07170 443 or info@suimas.co.ke, and they'll get all your needs sorted out. Whatever it may be, all interior works, these guys are the best at it.
Right now, I'm with my team headed to a client's house in Ruto for consultation. That is to take measurements of the windows, go through our catalog with the client, and then once they decide on the color and the fabric they want, we'll get busy sewing, and at long last, the curtains installation will be on us. So if you're looking for curtains, shears, curtain rods, curtain accessories, reach out to Phoenix Curtains and Interior Decor, and we will sort you out. Call us on 0724 414153.
And if you're here for the first time, please go on and hit the subscribe button. And if you're watching from a different platform, just head on over to YouTube, search for David Wafula, hit the subscribe button. You're going to be getting a ton of content of this nature. If politics is something you're passionate about, this is definitely the one channel that you really need to subscribe to. Alright guys, adios. Thank you for choosing David Wafula as your primary news platform. We put countless hours in research, recording, and editing. By showing up each and every day to watch our videos, you encourage us to generate more videos for the viewers. We are on a mission to inform, educate, and build a better tomorrow. To our thousands of followers in a world full of presidents, kings, and queens, you are the real gem. Adios.